Here we're opening a fun box for the family fun box. Your aunt's and fun box. This video is just for private use, unfortunately, because I want to post it to YouTube, but I can't because my wife said no. So here's a fun box of what recently I've been given for my birthday, and I've been given well, I guess a gift from Hun to me from my sister-in-law, a set of Vietnamese coffee. Ooh, I'm not a Vietnamese coffee maker. I'm not sure how this thing works, but I'll find out how. On the side of it, there's lots of Vietnamese characters and writing. An example of characters of Vietnamese characters would be this bag right here. Because the Vietnamese were colonized by French Indochin, Cochin. They use English characters, French romantic is the Japanese would call it, romanzi, and Latin characters, but they use it heavily for Vietnamese words, especially with lots of accents. I will be learning the Vietnamese language as well, just so I can communicate with my sister-in-law, my wife, and my because it's part of my kids as well. It's part. I'll be learning Chinese, but I won't be learning it formally, unfortunately. You have to learn that as an adult. Because I'd rather not push you guys through. K to 12 is very hard. K to 12 is a lot of hard work. So that's gonna fry your kids' brains. Your kids will end up as geniuses, but your kids are not gonna end up happy. Your kids gonna end up really stressed, overstressed. So I suggest you kids learn this in high school, learn to formalize language in university, at the university level, and I hope to see the population of Vietnam or Vietnamese Canadians grow to the point that it's actually taught in the curriculums. For school credit, and also I'll be learning languages as an adult. Learning languages as a kid is easy. The thing is, you gotta learn a lot of stuff, a lot of K to 12 stuff as well. So I'm not sure if you kids gonna hate me for that, but yeah, this is the store in Vietnam. Um, so and that's the thing. My wife is learning my language. I have to learn her language. This is only fair. Um, and here is a what is this? Dude on a motorcycle? Oh, Chung Yun, the Chung Yun, Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach on the side. So this is Johann Sebastian Bach flavored coffee. And all these it shows a little globe here. It shows a little bunch of maps too, little dots on the maps. I guess it's a specialized brand of coffee here. Okay, so there's more Vietnamese coffee. I'm going to have to ask, what's this? Oh, this is sponge, some kind of sponge material to keep the items intact, I guess. I'm going to be sending my wife some care packages, including a silk scarf. Curtains? What does this thing do? Another scarf. Okay. I'm a dude, so I'm not sure what these things do, why my wife is sending me these, but it smells nice though. So that's what my wife smells like. It smells like silk and stuff. Okay, so here's another fabric. I'm going to be putting it to the side. I'm not sure what to do with it yet. I haven't gotten enough shelf space. We need to have shelf space to start decorating our house and the mom and dad room with this mom and dad stuff. Mom and dad stuff. So part of the Luke heirloom. So I think that the plan is that me and your wife, me and my wife, me and your mother, we graduate from life. She takes. I hope she takes a master's degree, so we can earn more money for you kids to take from us. That's good for you kids. When we're old, and we're so chief, and we're going to be inside a old folks home, and you can put us in old folks home, and I'm like, that's no, that's not gonna happen because genetics. The phone's ringing, but yeah. Oh come on, who's calling me? I better read something. Hello, hello, hello. Goodbye. those telemarketers from Mexico. Those vacation telemarketers are keep on calling and trying to sell me their vacation packages, and they know that I keep on. I politely told these Americans, these Mex Americans, I don't want to do your vacation scams, and they keep on calling me over and over again. So I sound very rude to them the next time. So yeah, but next time the phone rings like that, I'm just gonna ignore it. And if it's a message from the SCA, I'm just gonna take the message from the SCA. If not, then if not, it's not then. So my wife said I can't post this on YouTube anymore. So Acme Studios. Do you mean Acme Studios? Acme Studios. Ooh. Acme is just another word for Acme is a word for Acme is a word for zits and stuff. And I used a really crazy razor and got ingrown hair, so that's what that is. It's gonna heal up eventually in a few years, in a few months. So yeah, even us grown-ups get acne. Acne Studios. There's another scarf. So here's how this thing is worn. It's not like a traditional scarf where it's thinner. This one's more thicker. You can wear this. I'm gonna give you daughters this as well, because when you girls grow up to school and stuff, you kids, looks cute on you girls. It's office scarf. She gave us another scarf, but you can normally the thinner ones you could go like that with it, but this one you can actually wrap it around a couple times and you know wrap it around the face veil, and it's really the thing is during the summertime, during the wintertime, because of all the cars in Calgary, in wintertime, all the snow, all the cars, and all the snow cars, all the cars and all the snow kind of creates a kind of dissolving kind of salt mixture in the air, and that kind of plus our own sweat, plus whatever this stuff really starts to wear off very quickly. It looks nice now. This is brand new and it smells good too. But eventually they'll be very very falling apart. So not falling apart, but dissolves. So again, here's another bomb item. So we're gonna try and give our sister-in-law, our daughter-in-law, sister-in-law. I'm gonna express post it to them too. Some express the fun box to them. Uh, give them the fun box of some candies. I send them some Squish candies, for example. But I also send her because her birthday is coming. Her birthday was in March, so she requested specifically. My wife specifically requested some pendants. Oh, and I had to get her Mother's Day rosary from last year. I didn't have any money last year because I didn't even I was broke last year and school wise. I had to save money for a school trip, but I figured out now that I have a line of credit, I can open up, I can pay for it for my trip to ayahuasca land, uh, to the Temple of Light, ayahuasca temple, and here's that silk piece. That silk piece. I'm not sure what this does. I'm sure. I guess it's a scarf too, but I don't really want to wear it downtown because this is too nice. I don't want it to get. I don't want the winter I don't want the wintry acid to chew up on that. So here's another long scarf. She's giving me lots of scarves. I think I should give her sister some scarves. This one's really long. This one's really thick, so you can really go like that to it, and go like that to it, and it makes a. So I'm hoping that this winter will be a very cold winter, a very snowy winter, and we can actually preserve some water. Because now it's springtime. We're gonna be entering the rainy season pretty soon. Mid March, May. It's gonna be rainy and it's gonna be cold and rainy. Uh, lots of yard work to do. Lots of springtime cleaning to do. Uh, I'm hoping that my sister-in-law chooses Calgary, so we can be in the family. We can be together. But choosing Edmonton is okay too. Choosing Edmonton is a bit rougher, but still lots of Asians up there. Still lots of it's still a beautiful city. I don't like living up there personally, but living in suburbia in Edmonton is okay. No, it's more than okay. Living in suburbia is a privilege, and people, we have to. thank the gods for allowing us the opportunities to live in such a paradise, taking care of the paradise, making sure that there's no litter in the city, that the place looks nice and attractive for families to grow into, and because eventually, this, as cities age, as weathering happens, as like this house is at least 20 years old, so it's starting to fall apart. We're trying to renovate it one more time so we can sell it. My mom can sell it for profit and retire off that profit plus her retirement fees. I'm planning to live here until I finish my education and start to save up money for a place of my own. Maybe here in Calgary, maybe here in downtown Calgary or the east side. See what my wife thinks. We'll go rent a car. That's the thing too. In suburbia, you need a car. You need a car, but the thing is, humans drive like fucking maniacs. Oop, sorry. It's Lent. Sorry. People drive like crazy maniacs, and there's more of them in Calgary. So you have to keep your eyes peeled. So a lot of the technology we have in cars these days, they allow us to see things, allow us not to hit things. So again, here's another scarf. I think my wife was trying to tell me she wants lots of kids, at least 3 kids. 4 kids might be a bit pushing it, especially at our age. So 3 kids is good. The middle child, the middle child will be spoiled child. The younger child will be especially spoiled, and the older child will be gifted with gifted with responsibility and better. No, the younger kids get better technology. I'm just learning how to use internet now and stuff. Well, not just learning it, but I'm learning how to use it professionally. My brother learned all these skills in high school. And that year from when I graduated, that's when they first come out of the internet and stuff. So this one's another scarf, I believe, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask my wife what these red ones are for. Maybe she can use this as her wedding veil. This Asian wedding veil, or she could be one of those. Or she could be one of those Imperial troopers on Star Wars. But yeah, I'm gonna keep myself healthy. I'm gonna go ayahuascaing and learn to get poisons out of my system. I'm gonna be more Nate tolerant, maybe more user friendly. Not user friendly. Yeah, user friendly to nature and nurture relationships. Okay, so I'm gonna do some studying right now. Then I'm going to go and hmm, I don't know how to roll this up, so I'm just folding up into. This is how men. This is how men. I know you girls, and I know you wife and you girls and sister-in-law have a special way of folding things, but us boys, we're dumb. You know, we don't do this as well. So, and yeah, you kids will hopefully you kids will be able to make videos of your own when you grow up, and or as teenagers, and just remember to keep the information of our location very private. You don't know what kind of creep is out there watching us. Uh, Um, there's lots of creepy men out there, especially for you girls. I'm not that creepy man. I am creeping on your wife, or on my wife. That's only. I'm assuming that's a scarf. Your mother gave me this really weird. Mm, it's a cat shirt with cats. I'm not sure how this works though. This doesn't have any buttons or anything. So I'm gonna assume this is an evening robe or some kind of evening vest. But it has no tie. It has no rope to tie it. It has no, where you tie it at the waist. It doesn't have no belt ropes nor buttons. So how do you? So I'm just assuming this is something you just wear over yourself, over a shirt like this in the evening. But this is it's really thin. I said extra large, but yeah, I think your mother's trying to tell me to lose the weight to be stop being such a fat bleep. As a cat, only a cat can be fat. The cat's eating fish. I'm eating fish because I'm a cat. I'm eating fish because I'm a cat. We're a cat. The cats are eating fish. Fish. Okay, so next order of business is to go to the Catholic gift store, which is on McLeod Trail in front of what's it called? In front of Rice King or something. The McLeod Trail. I'm gonna walk. I'm not gonna take the car there, so I'm just gonna grab the train up to the Southland station and get my wife some goodies. Some. I really want to find some really nice rosaries. I keep on seeing these Filipinos in this neighborhood. Because this is the Filipino neighborhood now. Filipino Caucasian neighborhood. All the Caucasians have retired and gone off to Arizona, Cancun, or someplace. Um, so it's turning into a Filipino neighborhood. So lots of Catholics there. Uh, whereas I mean middle Hong Kong or no middle Didi Dada place. It's called Bennington Middle Nose Creek Park slash Central Center Street is Chinatown. Little Saigon or Vietnam or Little Saigon is going to be Forest Lawn. So Forest Lawn can easily be repaired, and that's what they're doing right now. They're gentrifying the neighborhood. I think they should also gentrify the houses as well. So the houses look very attractive to live in. Forest Lawn. I'd live in Forest Lawn. You know, the Catholic, the Vincent Church is there. So it's only like maybe a 30-minute drive. My mother used to drive up there for my grandparents lived up there in a condo there. Um, the only problem is Luke's love water, Luke's love nature, Luke's love mountains, and this neighborhood is just perfect for that. It's right next to Fish Creek Park, and Fish Creek is a fishing park. So, and I'm gonna be learning how to golf. So, uh, if things went my dad's way, we would have retired here, and you know. But so your auntie gave me this box. So your auntie, my Val's sister-in-law gave me this box called Huyen. You got an example of the Vietnamese English writing. Uh, it says Huyen, but it's a Lu, L-U-U. So they gotta try and incorporate the English characters, the Chinese Chunam, and some Vietnamese ways of writing very fancy cursive into the Vietnamese writing language. But they were experimenting with having to try and they're experimenting with those characters. And I honestly think that as part of the Vietnamese culture and the language, the restoration of the Vietnamese language of each Vietnamese culture, they actually should consider either one extending their lands through land reclamation and getting rid of all the landmines the Americans left behind and the French left behind, and that's easy to do. I'll be learning how to, you know, I'm trying to join the Canadian. I'm trying to join the Royal Canadian Army, the Royal Canadian Forces. Well, the Canadian Army doesn't have the Royal suffix to it, just the Navy, the Air Force. But hopefully the Army can actually be called the Royal Canadian Army. But each different branch has their own different policies in different worlds. This is not like America where everything's under the Pentagon, where everything's under one big five, the five branches of the armed forces, the Democratic Armed Forces of America, the National Guards and whatnot are all under the auspices of the U.S. President. Canada's a bit different. Each branch of the Canadian forces are under a different realm. And I've been wanting to join for such a very long time, so I've been developing all sorts of leadership skills in this class. This is just a blog. This is just a journalized blog of what I'm thinking of so far. I will be make. I have lots of blogs. I have lots of videos. Lots of me, and I suggest you kids do this too. Make when you're a young adult, when you're in the Erickson's phase of trying to figure out who you are, teenage Erickson phase of trying to figure out who you are, trying to find your own voice. These blogs, these journals are very useful. Use swear. Well, I prefer you not to use swear words, but yeah, use whatever language you feel is appropriate that you want editors to see, because editors will find your editors have found this crazy video, this Funbox unveiling. I have it in my archive somewhere. I have it in the main archive somewhere. You guys probably found my porn as well. I'm a man. I can't really say against it. So I'm assuming that either deleted my porn during my middle age, and if I have, then woohoo! Because I found your wife, so I don't really need women anymore. I found Han, so um, I just need one now. a nice normal normality of a life. But you're also a young adult. This is understandable. The devil likes to, as we go to Catholic now, the devil likes to fiddle with all manners of humans and all medias. So be careful out there. But be yourself. Honestly, don't try to be someone you're not. You're gonna be very disoriented, distorted. What's it? Uh, Cognitively distorted. Everything's all going to be like a distorted means basically unclear. Like you're watching a television show and all the colors are all funny, or it's snowing. The black and white little bees are on the screen, and basically distortion just means I'm gonna keep these I'm gonna keep these, put them into my where did I put these things? Well, distortion means just basically basic unclearness through unclear thinking, uneven thinking, and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that the Vietnamese population in America and Canada keeps on growing, the Chinese as well, and any other ethnicity, especially Caucasians. Our population keeps on growing, and we develop more languages, more use for the human tongues, the various expressions of the various diversity of the human tongues, and anyway, that's what I was saying. Vietnamese, her distortion. Oh yes, journals. So yeah, when you're writing your journals, be yourself. If you want people to see who you are, keep those private, but keep those keep those sensitive to the audience. But make some journals for yourself. This whole game of life that the gods put us through, the God put us through, is trying to figure out who we are, forgetful of who we are, and as you start to engage in the things that you like, for example, Vietnamese coffee. I like Vietnamese coffee now. I like all coffee. I'll be trying to experiment with different flavors such as the creams and sugars. I usually drink it black, like my grandfather does, Grandpa Luke does. So yeah, these videos are important for you to record yourselves, and what else can I say? Journalize everything, your work. If you're an artist too, leave behind tons and tons of work. Pretend this is math class. Yes, Asian math. Pretend this is math class, and you're asked to show your work. This is show your work. Show work that only you want to be. You want the world to see. Because people, when you die, when I die, anyways. When I die, I'm pretty much fish food because I love the nation. I love nation. I'm gonna be joining the Canadian Navy. I love water and stuff. So I'll be having to learn Morse code and all the flags and stuff. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. And knots. I hate knots. Knots piss me off. But a sailor must know their knots, and I will be mastering the knots, the knots, and or maybe I can, just join the 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 engineer reserve corps, and demine Vietnam. The gas all the demine Vietnam, and dig up all those machine guns and shit like that. And there's lots of these native lands too. It's like unexploded bombs. They can't go into their lands because there's been unexploded bombs, and the Canadian forces don't want to go in there because it's unsafe, very unsafe for. So they try to do a really a thorough job to clean it up. So what should we do with this bag, shall we? Well, let's turn this bag into a bottle collecting bag, shall we? So that's how I pay for your sister-in-law's education. And eventually I'll be paying for my own education. Going to more ayahuasca trips, and all the Scout ships, or maybe even pay more for the Methuselah mods, which I'm going to be doing signing up for this week. I'm signing up for the Methuselah mod. It's not to turn us immortal; it's just to turn us rejuvenated. I don't believe in immortality. I just believe in extending your life a bit longer, so that indefinite. But eventually, you can stop taking the treatments and you can age if you like, however you like. Remember, this is Canada. People like me, when we join the forces, we do it to defend our way of life, which is democracy. Unfortunately, some people, some segments within our society, especially economic ones, will kind of will kind of believe that someone else deserves our way of life. No, someone else. Vietnam. Vietnam's a satellite of China. Vietnam is its own country. I'm Chinese, by the way. So you have Chinese and Vietnamese blood in you, so you got both worlds, and you got Canadian blood in you, so you got all three worlds. And you got Hong Konger blood in you as well. You guys are entitled to Hong Kong citizenship. So these four different worlds, they have four different destinies, four different. They can collude and cooperate with each other like human nations should. But they all have their own unique destinies. We are not America. We are not England. We're not France. We're ourselves. We're Canada. And Canadian law states that democracy. Be yourself. Be yourself is legal. And don't be violent and yeah, that's Canadian. This flag was developed not in my age. Well, actually in my age, 1984, 1980 something, 1980. Yeah, Canada Act formed in 1980, so it's at least maybe 2030. So we're in 2020 now, so at least 30 years old. So 30, yeah. Our country's very young, so you kids were born at a very interesting time in this society and nation's history. The country's at least maybe 152 years old now. 150, 125, 150th birthday was like a few years ago. So like 2 years ago. So yeah, build Canada up, build Vietnam up, build up your own world too. And I'm glad Han is in my world. I'm glad my sister-in-law is in my world as well. And I'm glad you people are in my world. And share your world with us. That's what these journals do. That's what these artistic expressions of yours do. Express who you are and be yourself. I mean, honestly, I know it's a cliche kind of thing I'm saying over and over again, but yeah, just be yourself and cognitively figure out who you are. And these thinking patterns of who you are, it's the most scariest thing any human can do. Like, you mean, because you have our culture, you have two cultures, Vietnamese and Chinese, and Canadian culture as well. And wherever the hell we may land up in this country, usually Calgary is the best place for now economically, and it's a nice, beautiful place to live. People you meet in school, they are people. We're Catholics. There's that element. There's that dimension of our being. We are we eat basically we eat Christ because we drink his blood, we eat his flesh. So therefore, as we digest as we digest the laden wafer and the wine, um, they become part of us. Our DNA are in our cells. They become ATP and oxygen in our cells. So therefore, Jesus is in these ingredients inside our body. So therefore, we literally become Christians as well. We become Christ, because our flesh keeps on growing and mitossating every month, based on the food we eat and water we drink. And I've been losing all this weight too, so that's a lot of mitossation I need to get rid of. It's gonna be interesting to burn off all this and be pure energy. That's what fat is, pure energy. But like I said, so we have a lot of so we have a lot of these dimensions. And your wife is bringing me these domestic gifts down here in the front box. Um, that she wants to be in my life, and I'm sending her mother-in-law and her and and the kids some more candy from Squish. From Squish. I'll be ordering it online, spending a little bit more there. That's okay. Um, and your sister's working very hard, learning English, learning English, and learning business. I hope your sister. I hope your sister decides. I hope your aunt decides to settle in Calgary. Like I said, the Vietnamese population can always use another person. Always use more talent, use more growth, and that's what I'm going to think. As a window, I'm going to be working heavily with the Vietnamese Chinese community, but also we're working with the Catholic community, our church, for example, the home church. We're going to two churches. We're going to the one that's in the I'll be sending your mother up there because your mother wants to. I want your mother to feel at home. I want her to learn to be with other Vietnamese people, so she becomes friends with them. And we could move to Edmonton, but I have my friends down here. Uh, also, Saigon. We're making occasional trips during spring break to Vietnam. It's gonna be a bit late for Tet, unfortunately. Or we can go for Tet when you're younger. And when you guess you graduated or middle age or whatnot, or not middle age, but yeah. So we're using this plastic fun bag to collect more bottles. And then more bottles will continue to. I guess you can send a couple bottle monies to your aunts, to family and tie in, and I hope to make a lot of money, and so I can support the to thank your mother, to thank the community of Tai Ninh to um, for the corner. It's a little corner of this table here, where I throw all this stuff. Like I said, I wish I had a GoPro. Wish I had a camera which I can actually move. This is the computer camera. I don't have the. I don't have. I'm just scratching out soap from my shower this morning. Yeah, so we're coming off the 30-minute mark. I would like to have loved to post this on YouTube, but your mother wants to live a private life, and I want to live a YouTube vlogger's life as well. But I believe in private life as well. I think this is our private moment. So I'll be posting this on YouTube, but it'll be set on private. Posting this on YouTube, it'll be set on. I'll be posting this on Facebook on my Facebook videos, and posting it just to family. Uh, Unfortunately, the world cannot see our family. Um, can see what our family does, but they can't really. Some people are out there. Some people are in there, and your mother is very camera shy. So not she's very camera shy, but she's very private. So okay, kids and nephews and future grandkids and whatnot. This is life. This is what the house looks like in this is what the room looks like. This is your old uncle's room, by the way. This is your old uncle's Justin's room. It's not my office. Once I get myself a real office, then everything will be fine. Uh, in fact, I plan to take over your grandpa's old office in Edmonton as my sanctuary study room. I'll be hopefully be rich enough in Alberta to warrant that. You'll have a kitchen. I can make bacon, and well, this is where I do most of my planning, and because I spent lots of my childhood up there, so yeah, it's just your old father musing when he's a young man, middle-aged man. I haven't really gotten to filming myself as a young person. Lots of camera videos though, but not really much. Because the technology didn't really exist back then. In this like cheap ass form. This is actually a cheap computer, so $800 is pretty cheap compared to more expensive computers. So therefore, it's got very basic cameras, basic hard drive. I could be using more better cameras and hard drives, but I don't really have a need for it yet. I haven't really figured out how to make my channels more populated yet. So, and I'm still in school, so yeah. But as I develop this art, like old Hollywood movies, as I develop this art, old movies sucked, and they started slowly getting better, and then yeah. So the laptop is here, the camera is here, the screen is over there. So that's why I'm looking. That's why I'm looking at the screen, and I'm looking at you sometimes as well, and occasionally to look at you. So occasionally look at you guys. So yeah, thanks Hunt for giving me the fun box, and I'll be giving you a fun box back. And I love you guys. Thank you.